Definitely. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to interview about authentic assessment. So first, let's start with the question, what is an authentic assessment?
Authentic assessment is an evaluation process that involves multiple forms of performance, learning achievement, motivation, and attitudes on instructionally relevant activities. Examples of these are performance assessment, portfolios of pupils, and self-assessment.
Do you always use authentic assessment in your class?
Yes, as much as possible, I always use authentic assessment in my class because they will guide me on how to know the learning outcomes of my pupils. In fact, we have here a guideline from the Department of Education, DepEd Order number 73 series of 2012 on the guidelines for assessing learning outcomes. So there are 4 areas to be assessed. We have the knowledge, which weighs 15%, process and skills, weighs 25%, understanding weighs 30%, performance products 30%, a total of 100%. In the knowledge, it refers to the facts and information that the learners acquire in our lesson. So how am I going to assess them? Through quizzes. Example of your quizzes, we have the multiple choice test, true or false, matching type, and constructed response type of test. You can also give them oral recitation if they have really understood the lesson. And also through the periodical test. So under siya sa knowledge. And in the process and skills, the cognitive operations that learners performs on facts and information or constructing meanings. Example, if I'm going to give them quizzes, it will involve outlining, organizing, analyzing, interpreting, translating, converting, or expressing the information in other forms. So in other forms, through graphs, they will interpret it through graphs, flowcharts, or maps. Or in fact, they can use a diagram, or they can draw what they have understood, no? So in the understanding, we are going to assess the explanation, interpretation, and application. So I can assess them through their quizzes. They will be told to explain, to retell stories, and then make connections of what is learned and across learning areas. And I can also assess them through oral recitation. They will be asked to justify something based on facts. And in the performance products, it involves the learner's authentic tasks as evidence of understanding. Example of their evidences, nakita na to sa ilang portfolio. So sa ilang portfolio, na mga activities na ilang gihimo. So ako na siya ipasuksok sa kanabitang kuan ng nakaring bound yearbook. Yan projects. Sa among projects, ako siya ipakuan sa drawing book. So ako silang ipasulat sa, ipadraw na ako sa kinds of landforms, water forms, and then of course their homework. Makuan man na nato ilang performance product to their homework and other outputs. Also through group participation. For example, like poems or song, interpret nila by group. So they can perform. So each and everyone have their participation.
Basically, DepEd actually guided you, give you a guide for assessing the entire, or no, I mean for a holistic assessment
of the child.
For you, ma'am, can you really say that the assessment methods that you use really assess what you want to assess?
Yes, because they will serve as a guideline for me, no? If I will give this kind of assessment to my pupils, and they are able to respond on it, and then they will get the proficiency level of their attainment 75% up. Then I will for sure, of course, know that my pupils have learned because they have applied what they have learned through their performances and outputs and the way how I assess them.
Can you give me an example of your lesson, ma'am? And how did you assess that lesson? I just want to have a clear picture in mind. What kind of specific assessment you use for a particular discussion or topic?
Okay, for example, since first grading pa man, no, our topic in English is kanang noting details. So answering WH questions. So I asked them what important details should you remember in a story. So I of course, sila man ang maghatag una kay maayo man kita sa iladaan kay kanang we are here as facilitators, so mukuha lang ko sa ilang mga idea, then we will guide our pupils. So maka-answer man po sila mga 5W questions daw ilang ikuan how to get the important details. So if they can answer those questions, so nakuha nila ang lesson. So I will give them another story. Then I will give them the questions, 5WH questions, to test them if they understand the story. So makakapag nila. So akong gikuan niya, oral, dayon, kuan, kanang ako may post ang story, pwede po siya ma-written, oral and written evaluation.
Have you used so far based on the guidelines, nagamit na ba or na-use na ba nimo tanan types of assessment?
Not all pa, because it depends upon our lesson. So as of this time, wala pa gid ako siya nagamit tanan. Kaning constructing graphs and flowcharts dito pa man ni siya sa kuan dapit sa among further lessons na dayon, wala pa man karon.
Have you noticed nga there are type of assessment that is somewhat favorite of your students? You can see that if that kind of test is given to them, they will be happy.
Ang most of our assessment is on kanang multiple choice. In fact, our pupils are trained sa multiple choice kay sa atong board exam, kasi wala mga exam, di ba, multiple choices. So naagi na pirmi ang multiple choice. Gakuan na sa sila anak. Muna po ilang gakuan ng board.
So basically, they're used to multiple choice. And if
But
you see your
data
test,
yung uban pod na true or false, matching type.
so far, have you achieved your goal?
As of my assessment, I have not yet achieved my goal na kanang in a proficiency level na above ka sa 75, because most of my pupils are mixed, kanang hetero man ni. So na I average, na I below average, then I have slow learners. But anyway, that can be remedied, because katong mga bata na ko nga wala naka-achieve, mga slow learner na I can give them another mo butang na to ang remediation classes. Ibalik wala sila, ipang grupo na sila, then muna sila tagaan og remedial sa teacher. Diya na po din mo focus ang teacher sa slow learner para ma-remedy na siya nga problem. Pero maskin karon nga ako kay first grading, kaya pa man na ako man sa first grading. Ako ang ipakuha ng mga slow learner na ako, dili pa man pud matapo tanan ako. So anyway, ako na siyang i-achieve, ako na siyang ikuha na goal sa taman gid nga mahuman by March puhon. Kaya mga parents na ako namang ma-meet dayon na akong maingnan sila the level performance of their pupils. So they must cooperate sa ako para ang ilang level performance sa bata mo improve po. Kaya dili man na mix up man gud ni nga kuan, mix up man ni kay hetero man. So ang assessment niya sa kuan, the same raman siya. Maghatag ito sa paper, the same raman ang mga question. Pero katong mga slow learner, may ana, mahibaw-an gid mo gamay magkuha. So mo na sa to siya ang remedy ana. I-kuan gid sila tagaan gid sila og remedial classes. Oh, mo na diha magkuan na remediation.
But so far, if you have your remedial classes, the students...
Wala pa pud tanan kay not all nga slow learner nag-respond kay ilang parents wala man po nag-operate. Isa man po na siya.
Big factor na ang parents
Kaya mo na parents.
I see. Ma'am, thank you very much for your time. I know you're so busy doing this thing.
Paperwork.
Yeah, paperwork.
Okay.
Thank you very much for catering